So I greet those of you right here on Country St. Martin, those of you who are listening to us within the diaspora, and those of you who are listening to us regionally. We appreciate your presence. So I want you to just call a friend, let them know that we are on. The Marriage and More program is on today, and we are going to be with you also on 97.1 FM. So for those of you who are listening to us via 97.1 FM, greetings. That is Faith FM. Remember, it's your #1 gospel radio station right here on Country St. Martin. All right? So it's always still locked in to 97.1. Bless the Lord. So thank you so much for being there. My beloved wife is with me as usual, and she's going to greet you at this time.
Absolutely. Good afternoon again, and welcome. We missed you. We missed you last week. As my husband mentioned, we were out of the island. We were off island, and yeah, things get a little technical with us there. But we are back on the land of St. Martin. Praise the Lord. And we are back again with another exciting, wonderful, however you choose to describe it,
episode.
program. All right, yes. So welcome again, and share the live. And let's go ahead.
Make sure that you share it with somebody. Yeah. Now we are coming to you from a different environment. We're not in studio today, but you are hearing us from the studios of Faith FM. Absolutely. All right? And later on, this program is going to be broadcasted on TV Carib. So tvcarib.com. You can listen to the program later on at 8 in the evening, and then 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's going to be rebroadcasted on TV Carib. Now, a few things before we continue. The New Testament Baptist Church, we are celebrating 70 years as an institution on the island of St. Martin. Now, the New Testament Baptist Church is the first evangelical church, I was told, to be established here in 1956. And this is a milestone. We are inviting many of you. In fact, when I talk to persons, majority of the persons I speak with, they indicate that they passed through the New Testament Baptist Church. So we are encouraging you to come and celebrate 70 years with us. Absolutely. All right? For the kickoff of the 70th celebration, we are going to have a march. We are starting right in the parking lot in front of us. We're going all the way down Pondfield, come around Front Street, and end up back right here. We're going to have a grand time. It's called Praise Explosion. And I like the way one of the sisters dubbed it. She said, we are going to pound the pavement with praise. Absolutely. So we are inviting you to come and to join us and to be a part of the pounding of the pavement with praise. Amen. So put on your praise shoes, put on your praise garment, and come, let us celebrate. We do have t-shirts that are available, and we want you to be uniform with us. So the t-shirts extra small is $15, and all other sizes are $20. At $20. So you can get right up to XXL. So make sure that you make your order 586-6995. You can WhatsApp for your order. You can call. We want you to be a part of this grand celebration of praise explosion. Yes. Amen. So make sure that you join us for that. Any other announcements that
No, I think for the announcement, well, we have our grand celebration that will be coming up in September.
I will give more information.
But as we go along, we'll talk more on that. But we just want you to know that it is there. We have different celebrations throughout the year because it's leading up to the grand 70th celebration in September. So we have other things coming up, but little by little. Yeah, we're cruising. We're cruising up to September. All right, so yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Evangelist.
Yes, Evangelist Sila is on. Praise the Lord. Now, also, we want to invite you, if you do not have a home church, to be a part of the New Testament Baptist Church. Come and let us worship the Lord together.
Amen.
Yeah, together. So you're invited to be a part of us. For those of you who have celebrated birthdays, and for those of you who have celebrated anniversaries in the week gone by, we wish, only 2 weeks gone by, we wish you a very happy birthday, a very happy anniversary, and we pray that, the Lord continue to bless you nicely.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right, so let's get into our program for today. We have, as always, a very interesting program, and you normally help us to make this program even more interesting. So, what we want you to do for us, as we go along in the program, do what you continue doing. You make the comments in the comment section, and let us interact as we converse, because you help us sometime with the topics for the program. And I want to thank you so much for being there and making sure that you make your voice heard, because you really assist us to be the best that we can while we serve you. All right? So we are very, very much appreciative of you being there. All right, my dear wife, you know you are the one that determine what we're going to have.
You like to put me in that spot.
Yeah. You're the one that... I hope you went to the mountain top, because I was walking all day today. Let me see where you come and where you come and bring for me now.
Well, we are continuing now. We are continuing on where we were for the past couple of weeks. We are continuing there dealing with attraction. We know we spring off on different things from time to time, but we are staying on attraction. You understand me? Is attraction necessary in
my love? You see, is attraction necessary? All right, we're talking there. Sister Jolene, God bless you nicely.
Welcome, my sis. It's good to have you.
We understand, Sister Celia, if you can't comment yet. But you're commenting while you're commenting now.
No, she has an experience.
I know, I'm teaching her.
But you can comment, yes.
It's attraction matter.
Yeah, so we're going to continue that, my dear husband, because I think it's a very everything that we discuss, we don't just come just to talk. Yep. We discuss important things.
Yes.
Things that's relevant and so on. But so I would love for us to go back there. Maybe next week we can go off on something else, or maybe our listeners. Let me put my pen down so I wasn't look too violent. But you can tell us something that you want us to discuss. Hi, Renee. Good afternoon, my darling, and welcome.
His glasses so I can see.
He's putting on his extra eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if it's better with the glasses.
This is Uncle Peter's wife there, Renee Wilson.
Yes, my good sister Renee. Blessings upon you nicely.
Yeah.
Auntie, you're welcome.
Yes, so we are continuing, my dear husband, on asking the question: Is attraction necessary in marriage?
Yes. Tell me what you have for me now. Let me sit down properly. We are not in studio today, but we are coming live from the studio. So.
Yeah.
Is attraction necessary?
Is attraction necessary? I went back over the program this morning, my dear husband, and we are asking and we are saying that attraction could affect sexuality. This is just, by the way, comments before we go in, right?
Okay.
We are saying that attraction can affect sexuality. And I stopped and I pondered on it for a while, and I'm wondering, because sometimes, okay, let me put it this way. If there is a time that a spouse, they are making out. Let me use making out for our good sisters who are not yet married.
Come close to the camera.
All right. So they are involved, husband and wife. They are in the moment. All right. But then one may not necessarily be in the moment, even though they are in the moment at the time.
Or one come out of the moment. You have to get a belt.
So this is what I'm going to ask you now. Does that mean, because we say that attraction it can affect sexuality. We agree to that. But does that mean at a point? No. Does it mean at all at any given moment when one of them is not really in the mood? Does that mean that would you consider that,
Well, I think our St. Lucian sister who, initiate that thought, I think that in the context, it is speaking more of the leading up to the process.
Right.
You having the desire, or you feel the pull towards your partner.
Right.
I don't think that it was in the moment itself. In the moment, people lose their brain. Nobody thinking in that moment. Okay. No, I just laugh when I say in the moment people lose their brain.
Right. But it's true.
But nobody, for persons are not really thinking so much at that time, but it is the desire. The attraction is important because it creates the desire to want to be. It creates the desire to want to engage. It creates the desire to pull that you feel pulled towards the person. Drawn is the better term.
Yeah, I get
you feel drawn towards the person. So in that context, if something is undesirable to you, you just you wouldn't really want to go towards it. So I want to believe that is the context in which it was more spoken. But if you're looking in terms of the act itself or the sexual experience, what you can experience, is that persons can the loss of interest at that moment. It can become a serious problem.
But at that, and this is what I'm trying to figure out. Is it that they lost interest for real, or is it that at that particular moment that they are just not, they may be doing it out of duty in this case, let me say.
It can be.
But not necessarily, because
the excitement, you have lost the excitement.
For that moment, not generally, but at that moment.
It might not be at the moment, it might be lost before. It might be lost before. So it's not a moment thing. It's just that you lose the desire before. So even in the moment, it can psychologically affect you. Because the person doesn't seem desirable.
Right.
We're talking about attraction. You have to seem desirable.
Yes.
So it creates some excitement.
Wait, before you go on to the other talking, that might make me forget what I was going to say.
Don't forget what you're going to say.
Hold your thought, right?
I hold my thought.
You say it must be...
I'm holding my thought. You tell me hold my thought.
Yeah, hold your thought. It must be desirable, of course. But no.
The individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the individual must. So let's say for it. Let me use me and you then. Let me use us as an example. Let's say tonight. Let's say tonight. I come to you. I am coming to my husband for us to interact as husband and wife. But my husband turned me away. You understand? Should I say at that moment? Should you say at that moment, my wife is not attracted to me, my husband is not attracted to me? That's the question.
Attraction would not always be the reason.
Right.
But because we are talking about it, that is why I'm putting everything in the context of the conversation. Because you're talking about, you see somebody that is desirable, that touches you at a point where nobody else does. It pulls you, it draws you, the person draw you. It creates an excitement. It creates the thought that you want to be with that individual. You want to enjoy an intimate moment with that individual. The individual is flashy to you. The individual is sparky to you. In the cartoon, it light up your eyes. And I'm just trying to deal with the different terms that we would have. It makes... It creates a feeling to want to be with that individual. That is important. If that is gone, you can find the experience or the desire for sexual interaction. It can really be on a go slow. In fact, you might find persons want to avoid, and they create argument, tension, pull away, different things. Persons can do different things because why? They've lost interest. So it's important. It's important. It can really have a psychological effect upon persons. And even during the sexual moment, it can damage the spark. Yeah. So I think that is yeah.
What did Jolene say there?
Momentary interest, momentary loss of interest.
Good. I like that statement. I like that comment. And what I'm trying to say is that at that given moment that they lost interest, it is not necessarily, I don't believe it is necessarily that the person is suddenly at that moment okay.
No, but we already agreed to that. No, it's not that anything can cause a momentary loss of interest. Right. I agree. But remember, we are speaking about attraction.
Yeah, I know, but no, listen to me. Because, like I said, I was listening over the program, our last program, and because this statement was mentioned, I don't want our listeners to go away believing that if for a moment, if their husband or their wife doesn't want to interact with them sexually at a given moment, that doesn't mean that it is just that it doesn't necessarily mean that your spouse has actually lost attraction. It could be, hear me, it could be at a moment, maybe they are tired, they get upset. Maybe you self-upset them. Maybe I self caused the upsetting. You self one of us causing the upsetting, and for that moment they're just not in the mood. But because they're not in the mood at that particular moment doesn't necessarily mean that they lost attraction. I wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, but we did make that clear, my dear wife, that just a while ago we did make it clear anything can cause a momentary loss of interest. A person can be in the height of their sexuality, and one thought of the bills, for example, that the expenses of the house, it can just trigger the psychology of human being coming to effect at any given moment. You know,
Yes,
a child jump out of sleep and start to bawl, for example. You know, you lose appetite. You try to focus, but you can lose appetite for that. You know, so different things can cause that loss of interest at a given moment.
Yes.
You see, so we established that. We're just saying that because we're speaking about attraction, and it's very important to understand that this is also significant for the build-up of the moment. So you would want to pay attention, because we're speaking about attraction. Let me list a few things. You would want to pay attention to some of the sentiments that your spouse may be expressing earlier. So, for example, see that you're putting on too much weight. You want to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
They might not tell you that you're unattractive or you're becoming unattractive, but they might say, sweet, that you're putting on too much weight, or they might say you need to exercise.
Right.
You understand? They might say, baby, that eyelash you're putting on, you know, it's
not
like
me. I don't wear them.
no, you can.
No, I'm just saying.
If you only bring them in the house, I throw them in the garbage. I will be the barber, the eyelash barber. I'll be cutting off. You know, people have to be discreet with those things. Put it on, make it enhance your beauty, not take away from it. But for example, you know, the husband, he said to you, or the wife, well, in this case, it's mostly woman. She said to the wife, you know, that eyelash thing, you want to pay attention to that, right? The husband himself, he might go to mark his eyelash and put all kind of, and the wife might say to him, boy, that thing ain't cutting at all. You want to pay attention to that, because after a while, you keep saying, well, this is who you are, this is me, this is... But at the same time, you have to consider your spouse even in your interest of style, because it might not fit. It might not fit you, but it might be the thing that is in. It might be the thing that is in, and you know, people are jumping for everything they see. Whatever fashion they see, they jump for it and so forth. But it might not fit you as an individual. Not every fashion fits you. Not every style fits you. Not every thing bring out your beauty. Because you are beautiful, but you are handsome, but you have to get what fits you.
Absolutely.
Okay? And that is important. So the person now, you pay attention to in the relationship, that persons will be commenting and they will be saying, you know what, this, see that you take a time with that night. Too much makeup, you know. You pay attention, because after a while, they're going to conclude that it's making you undesirable. You know, some people put on the eyelash, it's like spouting, and the thing...
catching rain.
Let me see, I try to put the thing come out, hook up like that. My finger can't go, hook up like that, you know. Like if your hand above your eye, it doesn't enhance your beauty. It doesn't bring it out. So what it does, it takes away. And you want to pay attention to that. Some persons, they are extra large, but somehow they have this belief in their head that they are large. Right. So they put on the large now, and instead of it bringing out the beauty, it squeezes them, it makes them bulgy. And when they appear before persons, it's scary to look upon.
It's unattractive.
But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. To them, they think they look good. But it's like, oh God, bless Moses, help me, Jesus. You want to buy your eye. Some persons now, they put on the makeup, and it's too thick. It's too thick, so it takes away. So you see one color here, and then under the neck, you want to know what's going on. Or sometimes by the ears, you see a different color. So it takes away. Whereas if you put it on, but it go on like it blend in with your beauty. Then now when you appear, it's like, whoa. You understand? So you want to, those are the things that you want to pay attention to. Coming in, before you get to the point where you can become unattractive to your spouse, you pay attention to the language that are being expressed. You know? Some persons now, they don't feel confident in themselves. Let me tell you something. There are people, you see this slim promotion? That is not the reality of everybody else. Some people like people big. You understand? They enjoy big, I don't want to say fat, but that's the only way I know to describe it, fat men. And
No.
some people enjoy fat women.
It's not fat, it's thick.
Thick.
Yeah.
Put your tongue between your teeth and say thick. Yeah.
Yeah,
There are people who they love that. They enjoy that.
Yeah.
But now, remember, we are promoting a slim culture across the board. And that's not everybody's reality.
True.
So what happens now? Persons got begin to try to lose weight, and then in the loss of weight, which might be good for health causes in some instances, but you know, some persons, in the too skinny, they don't look good. It takes away. You know, so maintain understanding what fits you is very important. There are some persons, they are thick, and when they dress, oh my God, you look at them, they look nice. When they enter the room, you can feel the confidence in their presence, their appearance speak to you. And they look very, very nice. And there are others now, when they put on certain things, my God, you want to run? So you listen. The point I'm making for our viewers and our listeners at this time, pay attention to the conversation that is happening within your relationship, because that is going to inform you before you get to the point. That is going to inform you of things that can potentially become a problem. So your spouse is talking about your weight. You're talking about your choice of dress code, your fashion. You pay attention to it. They're talking about the amount of makeup that you put it on, or things of that nature. You want to pay attention to that. Then in that case, you don't take it offensive. They're not necessarily saying to you that you are ugly or anything. They're just saying that what you are using is not bringing out your beauty.
But at the same time, you are correct in what you are saying. Yeah? I absolutely agree. But at the same time, too, also what they say, how they say what they say matters. Because the truth is, there are some persons that's very sensitive, especially if you are talking about a big woman. When I say a big woman, we say in our local term, we call them fat, but let me be a little bit more respectful and say thick. You understand? Some people like to say curvy. You understand me? But let's say now a husband is a wife is dressing a particular way, and in the eyes of her husband, which I really think, besides she feeling comfortable within herself, you understand me? Her next concern should be, how do I look to my husband? Yeah. You understand me? Am I appealing? Do I look desirable or so on to my husband? With that being said, now that husband, you know, sometimes you know your wife, you know your spouse, you know who you are married to. Some people are just very sensitive with some things, because some people struggle with the self-esteem. Yeah. You understand me? So some things they take a little bit, they're a little bit more sensitive to. How you are saying that would matter.
I agree.
It absolutely matters how you are saying what you're saying. But then again, too, on the other hand, now, everybody would know their spouse. You understand me? If you have a husband, you have a wife that you know would not deliberately try in any way to make you feel bad. You know, will not deliberately want to make you feel ugly or make you struggle with the self-esteem any more than you're already struggling. You know, you have that sort of husband, that sort of spouse actually, and they just want the best for you. Yeah, they want to see you look good and all of that. You would know, you know what? I know he ain't mean bad. I know she ain't mean. Maybe they may not even bring it across in the nicest way, but knowing and understanding who your spouse is could help you to soften, how you are taking what they are saying, whether they are negatively criticizing you or whether they are constructive. They are constructive, yeah. And again, now, my dear husband, besides that, how we dress and our makeup and how we carry ourselves and so on, another thing that can also hinders attraction. And this, I was having a conversation sometime back, a couple weeks back, you know, and I was, you know, we talking, and a friend of mine sent me a video, you know, of different situations and so on that she is dealing with. You understand me?
I get you.
And I realized from that, there are some husbands, and I'm using husbands in this case. Okay, let me start by saying this. I have heard several wives say, one of the most attractive thing to them is watching their husband in the home vacuuming the rug. you know, doing dishes, in the kitchen, in the short pants, in the grey slacks or whatever.
I wonder what they're looking at.
I don't
They
know.
just say short pants. People smart enough. They're just trying to... Anyhow, go ahead.
But I have heard women saying... that is one, besides their husband's physical appearance, besides him having salt and pepper in his face and on his hair and so on, they love to see when their husband is at home and he is helping them chores around the home.
Yeah, that makes him desirable.
Yes, they come home from work, they don't have to be scattering, what am I going to eat? I have to go here, drop the child here, pick up this other one here, do this, do that. You home, you probably have a day off. You understand me? You know your wife is coming home now. You know she is coming home. Do something around the house too. You know how good it's going to feel when your wife come home from a tired day's work and she come home, even though the wares in wash, even though the dishes in do, even though the living room full of mess. She come home and meet something there done ready to eat. Come home and meet the children homework finished and so on. Listen. It's a whole different woman you have coming home there to you. Whole different wives. You understand? And for those who are listening, if you have a brother, uncle, grandpa who has a wife or intending on get married or whatever the case is, share the lives. Yeah, share the video with them. They need to know. They need to know because we grew up in a culture, my dear husband, where we were taught that all the work in the home is for the woman.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Well, brother, let me help you. Make plenty children and share the workload.
But okay, then what about when the children are in school? What about when they grow up and go?
Give them, like we do with the foul them, give them grow them plenty. I'm going to talk about that a while. Let me greet some people before we talk about that. I haven't forgotten it. So we have our friends from Curacao. We have Mary from Curacao. We have Mikavier from Curacao. We have Sister Leticia, he's on. Jezua, our all-around musician, he is on. And who else did I miss? Sister Matilda. They are all with us today. We are happy to have you guys. Now, remember, you can be a part of the program, so just keep making the comments in between there. We appreciate it because let's have a discussion. Although you can talk to us directly, you can talk to us fingerectly. You understand? So just type it in. We got you. We got you right there. No. Let's talk about that.
Oh, Sister Iris from Holland is on.
Sister Iris is on. Bless the Lord. We're happy to have you. Praise God. Oh, my good sister. God they bless you nicely. Now, my dear wife.
Yes.
I think important is that we have to recognize what is attractive. Because what you're bringing out there, you're speaking specific to what is attractive to your spouse. And that is important for people to know. All right? Because if you... Let me say, I love cheesecake. I mean, that is literal, but
yes,
say what? You go and bring plum cake for me. You're not going to get me dripping so much. You understand? Because I haven't developed appetite for that. I don't know if they have plum cake. I just throwing out things there.
They have plum cake.
Maybe they do.
Make plum cake.
But I'm just saying, right?
Right.
It would not stir me as much as if I see cheesecake. You know a better thing I use because almost everybody in company know.
Come with something else.
You know I have to go there.
No, say oxtail.
No. You know I have to go there. Oxtail is for you, you know. But when you put a piece of guana with coconut dumpling, hey, that one day, oh my goodness gracious, that one they send you off, man. So you know I have to go there now. Like when we went to Curacao, what did they ask for? I said, I need to see guana. I drive for guana soup. I take picture all thing, you know. Yeah, I went to Dominica now. I have to go to Dominica in October.
And send kids looking for monkey and what the other thing? Agouti, what was it?
The Guti, yes. And we get Guti. Yeah. When we go to my Dominican friend, they have to save up the wild meat, man. Now it caused a stirring because that pulls me.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. If your spouse, some persons, not everybody, I agree with you, is hell bent on
making the spouse feel
on physical appearance.
Right.
You understand? For some persons, what makes you appealing is the way you converse.
Right.
You understand? It's not necessarily looks, and the person will go crazy and talk about, oh my God, Have you ever had a conversation with Lady Nanton? You hear that?
Right.
It's appealing.
Right.
For other person, they enjoy the house chores, and some people don't care about the house now. They walk right over.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Yes, see, she just exposed the business. They walk right over. There's a difference between mess and dirt. You understand? And they just walk right over. The house is clean, but it's just messy things, which means things are thrown out. You walk right over, you don't care.
No, if there's clothes on the couch and the things are scattered,
That's mess.
Is not clean.
No, that is mess. That is not dirt.
It is no, it's not dirt.
That's what you call messy, no?
Yeah, it's not clean. If it's messy,
My dear wife,
it's not
when
clean.
you have children, you try to keep. Well, I have to tell you now.
Thank you very much.
When you have children, you are going to have that.
Yes.
If it's two people alone, then we understand that. But once you have children, that is unavoidable. You're going to get that. All right?
Right.
So you have to know the difference between them.
Well, for you...
But I'm saying that some persons, not just for me, there are persons, that is not a problem. Then there are other persons now who, if the house...
For a man, that is not a problem.
No. Listen, you have women, that is not a problem for them too. I'm convinced. It's a minority, but, you know. No, it's true.
All right, let's go.
But
Let's go. All right.
That doesn't mean they don't value cleanliness. You understand? But they come home, and it's not the order of the house. They come home and it just things like that. It is what it is. Life now.
Right.
So it doesn't trouble them, right? But now there are some persons who everything have to be spick and span and in order.
Because why? Hold it out, yeah? As a woman, my dear husband, as a woman, especially a working class woman, coming home to a house that is, what you call it? Not dirty but messy.
Yeah.
It will trouble her. It will. That's why a lot of times women come into their home, they drop their shoe by the door, they drop their bag, and they go out to the laundry, they go and start cleaning up one time.
My dear wife, listen, man.
Because the sight of that thing it gets to you now.
My dear wife.
Yes, please.
If is the woman alone, yeah, she might do that. Now, if is she and 4 children, after a while, that same woman, she come in her house there, certain thing about her, she after a while, she have been motherized.
No, it's not motherized. Let me tell you what happened to her. Let me tell you now what has happened. If she constantly keep coming, and she see in the house in a kind of way that is displeasing to her.
See, let's say don't put nothing on the table that is not for the table.
Thank you.
I'm saying I am agreeing with you.
But when that wife walks into that house, when she walk in that home, and she see the thing in ways that she don't like it, a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year would pass, and she would clean it up constantly.
Yeah.
After a while, when you see she pass that door and go boom to her room and lock her room, no. It's fed up. She fed up on her. She come to the point. Listen, I don't care. All I could turn it up upside down. You understand?
When you have children, you have to share the workload. So one become the dishwasher, the other one become the washing machine, and the other one become.
But now we are talking. Yeah, with the children. But now we are talking about the husband and the wife.
Listen, a husband and a wife by themselves would not have a
Even with children home.
Wait. By themselves. No picnic. Listen, they should not have that kind of problem. No. It means that somebody is way out of line.
Exactly.
No. Husband.
Most times, who would it be?
Most times, who would it be? Your husband? Mom, what is wrong with you? No, sir. No, listen. We organize people now. We just put things where we can find them. When we come, we know the couch is there. The couch is not moving. We right there now. Nothing happening to us, man. We keep the house in order.
And the thing about it is,
no, my dear wife.
Man's order, the way things seem orderly in a house for a man is different from a woman.
I agree.
Completely
Now listen to me now, my dear wife. You guys just disorganize the house.
No,
Purposefully. The chair is there. It is not disturbing. Nothing is wrong with it being there. You just move the chair because you can move it.
It's not that it's in this. It's not that. Not just.
Listen, we would ice up the chair, clean on the chair, and put it back right there because we good.
That's why we are called women.
The
We
color-
are different.
My
We
dear.
like to see things.
So now
change around a bit.
you have to look now to see who created the problem.
But now-
watch me. When before I married you, right?
Right.
Two pieces of curtain was in the house. They never provoked me. I put up the curtain, take it down, wash it, put it back up. Never disturbed me.
Right.
I had black and white only. I was good now. You bring color, you confuse me.
No, it brings out your handsome.
Ah, you see what I'm saying now? And then, you see.
It brings out your handsomeness more. You see the color, it brings you out.
And somebody says, I think Sister Iris said the man will ask where you put my stuff.
Oh gosh, yes!
You listen, watch me, my dear wife.
And then listen.
Listen.
Listen, listeners, our family online. Listen something with me and my husband, eh? Listen something. All right. My husband would come home and he would take something, let's say for instance, his laptop or his shoe or whatever, and he would put it right there. For him, I am putting it where I can find it the next time. I am putting it where I can find it the next time.
Easily accessible.
So he put it right there.
Mm-hmm.
For me now, it out of order. Maybe it is, let's say, okay, we have a shoe rack. How about putting it there? How about putting your tablet on the TV stand or somewhere, out of the way? You're going to see it right there still. And for him, For him, it is, my dear wife, just leave me thing, man. And know where I put it, leave it there. But once it is somewhere that is not where it is supposed to be, it is going to reach my brain.
Now listen.
It reaches the brain and something is there
Now listen. When you say right there, we have to explain right there. It is right there out of disturbing the traffic.
No, it is disturbing traffic.
You see what? Woman is complicating.
No.
It is not disturbing the traffic. It is away from the traffic. And it is easily acceptable. Slipping, you're gone.
Sometimes it's not out of way traffic. Sometimes it's right in the heart of traffic.
My dear wife,
Yes,
listen.
please.
Let me tell you something about the brain of a woman. She just don't like to see nothing in the same spot.
No, she like to see things in where
my
they're
dear wife,
supposed
watch
to be.
now. Watch. I think if woman could have changed the window in the house, they would have shifted from that location and put it at the
Why not? Sometimes I just really feel.
Hey, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For what reason?
Because you think it will look better there. Because like
Mental disturbance.
You fit all the curtains one on
You
one.
see
It
what
looks
I'm
like
saying?
a nice
You see what I'm
fall.
saying? No, man. Watch
Yeah.
it. We are, and ladies and gentlemen, we are making. We are trying to explain to you these things can bring serious problem in marriage.
Yes, they do.
Because
They
watch
do.
that.
They
You
do.
have
They
people
can.
when they don't start to cuss about things, they sometimes it mash up the whole marriage. Do not make these things affect your marriage. Okay? But they do play on attractiveness within the marriage. Let me read a comment from Nadia. Yes, a constantly untidy house breaks the attractiveness, especially when you know that the man was home all day. Oh God,
Yes.
sister, you can't agree with me?
Yes,
all
she
day.
is
And
a
then,
woman.
wait, no man, I feel it in the comment.
She is a woman.
Hold
She's
on.
not going to agree.
And did nothing to make the house look
Right.
presentable. Oh God, partner, you should have saved us the thing today. You just give she a bullet there, man. Ah, God, Yes, man.
Yeah.
Your background is lovely and cozy. Well, thank you.
Thank you. You see? Thank you.
That's me. It gives harmony. Women like to see nice things. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna dress like a Christmas tree for you. No, listen, I am agreeing with you. I'm saying that, it makes the house, it makes it appealing.
Yes, it does.
You know what it does? It tells you, let me speak to what Nadia said. It tells you that you have considered the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I think it is unwise. It is uncaring.
It is selfish.
Oh God, no, I just think it's nice now, man.
It is selfish. To say it nice, it is selfish.
I have to get to the brotherhood now. You have to appeal to the brother. For you to be home all day and you don't at least cook a pot of food or some kind of thing, and then you home all day and you create the mess in the house. No. I don't think that one is fair at all. I mean, if you lie down in the same spot, just your spot alone, I understand that, but you can't create mess and then expect when the wife come home that she will do everything. No, I think that is unfair.
And what I want
you have to share before you go, write it out. You have to share the workload, and especially now where we have persons who are both parties are working. If they're sharing the bill, you also have to share the work, the load of the house. If you can't do that, let the money work for you. Get somebody who can make it possible. It is not fair. They're already coming from a heavy workload of stress, and to come home and add more stress, that's not fair. Studies have shown that a woman in the same working position as a man is twice stressed. And at the time they did the study, they measured the cortisol level up to the house when she leave her work to come home to the house. And they have discovered that the cortisol level went double. So she is 4 times stressed when she reach in front of the house. And it's because her mind begin to think about all the things that she have to do. So be a de-stressor and make the house nice if you're home all day. If you're not home all day, we understand that. Understanding is given. But make it nice so that when she come home, by the time she hit the door, she knows my husband is home. And he is going to welcome me in the palace.
And with that being the case, my dear husband also, you know, when that husband get that piece of understanding, that when his wife comes home and she see, like I said before, even though everything is not in order, but at least something gets done, she is now able to give him much more attention.
Of course.
She's now able to live back comfortably because now she don't have to worry about dinner. She don't have to worry or think about, you know, trying to put in the clothes on the line or scrubbing the bathroom or whatever the case is. It is already done, so now she can just live back comfortably and just give him that time.
You know, as much as we hit in men, and you know it as a woman, so?
My dear husband.
Let me get in there.
Because generally, we know which way it does go. We'll get there to make it balanced for your sake. For your sake. But generally speaking, when she is comfortably, I'm rested at home. What's that now? What's Sister Iris say?
Let me tell you something, eh? Oh God! Hey! He cooked the food, but he left the kitchen messy. Whoa!
Sister Iris, I wasn't looking for the flip side there, but yeah.
What's trouble now? That woman gonna forget to cook food in her
And he going to say, and what he going to say now? What the husband is going to say?
Listen.
You're so ungrateful. You can't.
Listen. All you know is that will go to my mind. Hey, big bacchanal, no. Big bacchanal. Because, you know, listen, no. This is a very good point. That man think about the wife and decide, let me cook that food there, Papa. And he cook the food now. But he ain't clean the kitchen. What?
But no, we're going to appreciate that in a but oh gosh, in all fairness. While you can't just wash the pot one time.
Wait, let me talk about that. Does it be appreciated? Most times, you get the word before you get the thank you, know.
True, sometimes that happens. But then there are times when the woman would generally no, my dear husband.
Listen, you have to be careful because watch. No, you mightn't like that the way is there and he ain't clean up the way is them. But if an appreciativeness is shown before, watch, that man you ain't got enough food again, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't got enough food again. You coming home, them pots shine.
No. And then this is where now it wouldn't be right.
It doesn't make it right, but watch now. You're creating an emotional wound. Boy, hey. What?
Okay, but yes, it's true you can create because in the mind of the husband is like, but she ain't even see the fact that I cook.
Bacchanal, boy.
And it is true, she may not even see the fact that she cook because remember you're talking about a woman who's already coming home frustrated.
But remember the mess is because of the food.
Yeah, it's okay. So then, I mean, how much mess could you make to cook? What are you cooking for?
Nah,
how many people are you cooking for?
No, but is it according to the kind of meal? That is problem, truth.
It could be a problem, yes.
Who said that? Who said that there? Mark, yeah? Yeah. I agree. Look at that. Problem is serious problem.
Yes. Who is this? Is who?
From Curacao.
From Curacao?
It's serious problem. So, will we women think they should have clean up while cooking? I would answer that.
Yes.
Women will think.
Most of us would
clean
think
up
so.
while you're cooking.
Most of us would think so, but at least there are some of us who would also appreciate my husband. Thank you for lunch, my lord. You leave all the work here for me to do after, but
okay, let me put something, yeah? Let me put something now. Everybody know themselves, right?
Right.
So, you have to tell your spouse.
I know it's Mirel, and I'm mind tell me it's Mirel.
It's Mirel?
When I see Vier, because that's our surname, part of our surname, yeah.
Oh, it is Mirel from right here.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. My sister, forgive me. I nearly sent it to Curacao. And then when I come back and look for you, oh, this is not good. Wow, excellent usher. Listen.
Yes.
Now, let's look at this, for the, let's state it up front. There are some person, they don't like, what they call it. They don't like to wash wares.
Right.
Right? But they might enjoy the cooking.
Right.
You have to know your spouse from before. Now, we could say, well, you need to learn, but you have to know your spouse from before. So if they cook, you have to think about the thought, you know. The thought is, they in their mind, you out working all day. When you come home, you deserve a sumptuous meal.
Right.
So they think with that in mind and they prepare that thing with you in mind.
Lovingly prepared.
And then you come home and you ain't even see the labor, the thought, the nothing. And all you focus on, you couldn't wash the wares. Trust me, the next time you come eating metal. No food, but shine. You go cook, you go comb your hair. You put on makeup in the pot, it shine. Metal, Papa.
Wives, pay attention now.
Somebody put a nice point. Listen, Sister Iris, man, you said it wrong, man.
Iris and the
you
ball.
said it wrong.
The
Listen, compromise and do it together can be an option too. Oh, yes. That can be a very bonding option. You know, you come home, this is the recommendation. Right. You come home, you sit down, you eat, you express appreciation while you eating. You know what I'm going to do? It's going to change your hormonal state. In gratitude, further release more cortisol.
Right.
But when you express gratitude, this is scientifically proven, it changes your emotional state. Right. So you sit down and you say, baby, this food tastes good. It cut in. I love it. Bad. My mouth water when I talking to you. You say, I love it, bad. And you eat. Watch the man. When you done eat, you understand? You say, sweetheart, listen, you want me to wash the ways with you? You might be, or sweetheart say, come baby. I want you to hold me when I wash the ways. I want you to just hug me. I don't want to lose the feeling. I want you to, no man ain't going to refuse that. I want you to put your hand around me and let us scrub the pot together. You
really think the man ain't going to refuse that?
Which man going to refuse that? Listen.
You ain't think it going to have us?
No.
You say, imagine I stand up here.
No.
You don't come and eat. Why you ain't just wash the ways?
You have to understand. Listen now. We are working with, you have to understand human. Men love praise.
I agree.
If you want to get a man to work like a horse, you praise that man there. Praise that man, they pump you up. He will move mountain. We are biologically wired like that. Right. So when you don't shower him with all the praise and you tell that man you want to feel him behind you. You remember that you tell him, you watch it? I just want you to be there to run the sponge over the way. Right. That man will stand up there. He will get extra strength. That's like extra strength Tylenol. Energizer bunny. He will enjoy it. Because you take the initiative now to go and do the wares. Right. You understand? But you tell him you want him with you. And you don't sit down and eat with him now. Right. Man, feed him and all. Baby, this thing cutting like razor cutting. Create a bonding moment. So I agree with Sister Iris 100%.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, you have to create bonding. We have to be wise. You know, in marriage, sometimes, in relationships, sometimes we are not acting wise. it is never good to position your mind in negative because you will see negative. You understand? Positivity has a power, but it takes intentionality to think positively because we are prone to just think negative and we move towards the negative faster. So you have to be positive and you speak at different vibes within your house. I guarantee you, by the next time, you might never know where's there. Where's wash, turn down, all kind of stuff, and food they waiting for you.
So, ladies, we are going to try that.
Yeah, try it, man. Try them.
We're going to come back next week, Tuesday, but then the husband had to cook.
Well, we are talking in cases where you have that.
So we are going to try it next week. So then the husband had to cook.
Well, we have to tell the husband to cook.
Yeah.
I mean, some of we might go and buy the food, but still. No. But it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. Because what happened, my dear wife, you see, these things, this point that we're making here, it speaks to, appealing to each other, but it also creates serious problem within the marriages, and sometimes it is the point that breaks the marriage. Because here what happened? Your spouse now develop a view, a perception of you.
Right.
And now you are not labeled, you are labeled rather, as ungrateful. So you see that? So now everything you do, you see, them ungrateful people. They don't appreciate nothing you do for them.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
It's spread off because the perception, the belief is ingrained in the mind that I'm married or I'm with a person that is ungrateful.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it can become a damaging part of the relationship. So while labor or chores or work might be something that makes you attractive to your spouse, you understand? You have to operate wisely as well.
Yeah.
And in this working culture where both parties are working, both parties have to share the workload.
Right.
It is unrealistic. It's not good.
Exactly. But the sad truth is, and the sad reality is, it is more opposite. It is more opposite, where most of the time is one person doing the chores.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time. So but I want to interject here, my dear husband, for the moment. For our listeners that are on Faith FM, unfortunately, we are unable to take any calls because we are not in studio. So we are unable to take any calls, but we are glad that you are there and listening. And hopefully next week, next week, we will continue on that.
Yeah.
So you can always call in there to share your thoughts.
Oh,
right?
yes, we forget to put that. So
we definitely look forward to hear from you, those of you who are listening to us on Faith FM.
Very important.
Right?
Very important. I forgot that. Thank you, my love.
Yeah.
That is very important. So, though we are broadcasting, the calls will be accommodated next week. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, that was quite an interesting thought there.
Well,
That the chores, attractiveness of chore, hard working.
Yeah, it is. I like I was saying, you hear them, and I'm like, wow, some women it matters to them. Now for me, I mean, all of us are not wired the same. Of course, you're like a help around the home, but whether or not my husband do, because when my husband leave there, we come whenever we go to the gym, we come in the morning, we sit down, we have breakfast. He go down to the office, and that's it until like about 2:00. All right, he comes home like now. He come up, get something to eat, he rest to go back down. So I'm not going to look for my husband to say, the little moment you have there is to come up to rest your brain. You understand me? But no, and then, where this sometimes could get even more technical, my dear husband, is when you're dealing with a pregnant wife,
Yeah.
You're dealing with a pregnant wife, or even with a wife that is, physically challenged for a moment.
Yeah.
And they're sometimes there are some husbands, some, not all of them are not evil like that, but there are those that they just don't have no conscience, and they just watch the wife kill herself without even stepping in to help, and even if they are not able to help because of the way they work and so on, give a little $20, a $30. Some persons, they work daily.
Get a domestic helper.
You understand me? Get a domestic helper. But even if it's for a day, $60 for 2 days, get her help around the home. You understand? It really, really does help. And for the husband, it would be of benefit to you. That is, if you want your wife around you, it would be of benefit to you, because now she can just lay back and just give you if she would have, if normally she would spend 5 minutes with you, now she have a whole hour now, you know, where you can just sit down and chill and so on. So, you know, get up, be a little bit more mobile around the home, especially when you are at home.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not at home and both of you are coming home together, you are reaching home before her, start something in the meantime. If you don't know what to do, call. Babes, what I want us to do for dinner? You know, or you know what, call up, babes. Don't do anything tonight. I'm bringing dinner home. Make life easy for her. Those things really, really, really.
It speaks volume.
Brings out, it does.
But you know, my dear wife, the thing is, our reality, we make some decisions for our own family's sake. Sorry. You know, coming to St. Martin, I think I get coming to St. Martin creates puts us in a different thought pattern. Because in St. Vincent, you were working.
Yeah.
And from my past, when I worked more from home at the time, and then we travel and so forth, so our reality was a little bit different.
Yeah.
Never mind when I wash the clothes, them and you come home, you never like to see them, and they are lying, but say what? She want to see the clothes fancy. Orderly.
T-shirts,
white
pants.
T-shirt, pants, whatever. Everything must be in order. But me, the poor husband have a different mindset. So for me, they want to dry. I just, whatever come to my hand, I put it up. Boy, that thing used to eat my wife.
Yes, I don't like it.
Big argument, my dear wife. The thing that you want, the purpose of the line is for the clothes to dry.
Yes,
why are you provoking? You need the sun for them to dry. Yeah, but my dear husband, they need to look good.
They need to look proper on the line. We're right by the road living now.
And listen, and
we live right by the road.
Watch. That was a prime example. That was a good example. Although he never stopped me from washing, especially when she's pregnant. And she come home, the clothes washing up, Papa. Just like the food, the clothes wash. Man, when she reach, the first thing she see is the clothes disordered. Me and she have the same thing. I think Michael will do the same thing. He just put up everything. As soon as whatever come to his hand, we put it up, boom. Because all we want is clothes dried. You know? But in St. Vincent, my wife was working, and what we used to do, I used to cook.
And bring lunch for me.
And then we'll sit down in the car and we eat together. Yeah. Or sometimes we come down and we go and we get our pie and peas, right? And I would wash out the clothes them and put them on the line and so forth. Because why? We had that. There was a difference. But coming to St. Martin, we had to make different decisions. Simply because we think about our family and we wanted our children that when they reach home from school, there is always somebody here to receive them. There's always somebody here to receive them. So we make a different decision that I would do the work and then you can be here to receive our children all the time. So that's a choice that we make.
Yeah.
You understand? So your reality might be a different reality. You have to think about your reality and make decisions accordingly. So, Rhonda Jackson is on.
Hi, my mama. How you doing? Where's my pea now? Where's my pea?
Yeah, Jesu, but the clothes got to dry how?
Jesu, I can tell you are a man. It's easy to tell you are a man. Put them properly, we live by the road.
Boy, listen, you have to get designer's line. Jesu, let me come up with a Gucci line and make a designer's line.
No.
Boy, we gonna mash up money.
No, put them good.
Oh God!
Good, man.
Oi.
When the pants supposed to be hanging, you know, this way, you have it hanging like a
Madam,
slant.
No. Madam, come and see pants and t-shirt together. She ain't seeing uniform and suit in her. She saying no, pants supposed to be by itself, shirt by itself, vest by itself, sheet by itself. Oh my goodness, they're only there. Women are very particular with their
Yeah, I mean, if we live in the bush, where nobody sees.
My dear wife,
it's one thing.
My dear wife,
but we have always lived in the public eye.
I don't think if we live in a desert, I think it will be the same problem.
No man, that wouldn't be that bad.
Love, watch that love. Hey, what? Hey. Nah, boy. This thing here, that thing ain't green, Papa. That thing ain't green.
Listen,
you always want to see all shirt by it and then color coded, all black by itself, all this. Man,
What he saying there?
but the clothes got to dry. How they dry ain't a problem. And that is my point, brother. That is my point. How they dry is not a problem. The important thing is they dry. You know? Anyhow, I did devise a little plan to deal with she. So after a while, I used to put them up in the morning and take them before she reach home. So I had to get a little wise. And sometimes I forget. You know? So
Oh gosh.
Papa, look trouble. Hey. But, you know, that's an important point. But St. Vincent was our different reality. We worked differently in St. Vincent than we do now. So everybody have to understand your reality. You have to work according to your reality. Because your reality might be totally different to our reality. You understand?
Yeah.
So you work accordingly. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, but what we are talking about now, still to go back to those who are
these
just
things
joining
bring
us,
problem in relationship.
is we are talking about attraction in marriage, you know, and some of what we have discussed on the negative, it hinders.
It
Right?
does.
It can hinder attraction.
Big
you
time.
know, and then sometimes, you know, and then while we are talking here, we are not just bringing out problems and so on. At the same time, you know, you may be able to relate to something that we are talking about here. Or you may know somebody, you may have a brother, you may have maybe your father, your grandfather, your uncle, your brother, or somebody. You know, share the video with them, because probably their spouse would have confided in you in one way or the other. Share the video, share the well, you know, whatever we are talking about, and let them know, because sometimes people just some people just need help. Sometimes people just need help, and it's not everybody going to something. By my wife, my husband been complaining. What can help somebody?
Yeah.
That's what we are about. You know, so like I always encourage us, you know, give the thumbs up, share, you know, so others can be aboard and get whatever it is that we are discussing here, and even be helped from some of your comments.
You see how broad attraction goes. It goes beyond physical appearance. Dutiful. Some persons, they I'm gonna put it like how one woman put it. She said she get turned on when she look at her husband hanging clothes on the line. I was like, okay. She said it moves her.
Wow.
So brother,
Yeah.
you have to discover. If I was that man, I was only hanging out clothes when you are wrong, you know.
But that is the thing.
Only when you're wrong.
She would have washed for spite.
Man, no, it's he. He would have watched for spite. That's
Good.
Only when you're wrong. Partner hanging out. A boy.
Yes,
I should know the brother
sister,
before I tell him.
Mary say, even
Washing dishes
have
as an order.
Oh, yes, it does. It
I
does.
agree.
You start with the cups and the glasses.
It
first,
does.
yeah.
Otherwise the cup.
But you use different sponge. You use different sponge, but just like we do here, you use different sponge. But yes, it does have a heart and order. Yeah, it does. Listen, but in truth and in fact, my dear husband, women like to complicate. No, look at that.
Hey, bring it.
I had to.
What's up, Magana?
Seriously,
Hey!
no, watch. We had to wash dishes in order. I mean, you're using different sponge. Well, at least home, we use different. We use different sponges at home. Yeah? But at the same, why you ain't going to take up a pot? If I go in there now to do dishes, I'm not going to wash the pot first. What's that?
That's the police.
I'm not going to, I'm going right to the cups, right to the glasses. You know? We really, really, really could put ourselves in, somebody say, Pastor, we got COVID.
We got crowd.
Oh, crowd. Lord, man, my glasses blurry.
Yeah,
crowd.
You have to clean your glasses.
Yes. No, give me for real. Let me
Oh, gosh.
Because I really thought it's COVID. I see I'm like.
Listen, my people. You see how one thing can go very far. We have to pay. Marriage is work. It takes work. Because listen, my dear wife, some of the things that we're talking about, for example, the whole idea of being in the home and working in the home, you have to pay attention to the way the person was brought up to, you know.
Yes.
Some persons, they grow in houses where house chore is just not a part of their life. You know?
They grew up where their parents was doing everything, especially the mother, because some mothers like that, you know. I used to be like that.
Some persons, they grow up with helpers.
Yeah, even worse.
So you have persons where education is the order of their home.
Right.
And they make sure, they make sure that the children never have to do nothing in the house.
Right.
So they always have a helper there to assist them. And most persons like that, they are financially capable.
Right.
So you have those kind of stuff. So when it comes now to being in the house and doing things in the house, it's a totally different thing. And you know what happened? Often, very often, they end up connecting with somebody who is the total opposite. And then you come with the expectation that your wife would do this. And then she would say, but we need to get a helper. We need to get a helper. We need to get... Are you thinking, but what have you for?
Right.
Where have you for?
Right.
And it creates problem. That later on become emotional wounds in the marriage. You understand? It make you start to describe your spouse and not the situation. So a person that grew up with a helper, they know when they throw down something, the helper gonna pick it up.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But a person who grew up without a helper, they know when they throw down something, they're nasty. So guess what happened now? You married somebody who come from a house where they always have a helper, and you know they throw down the stuff there and left it there, and you after a while start to conclude you're nasty. And you know what happened?
Tell me.
Often in the beginning of such relationship, there is no labeling. You always think you can live with it. So you go into the relationship and you're there, and as far as you can say, no, I can handle that. No, you can't handle it. After a while, what you grow up to believe that a person dropping something is considered nasty, after a while you're going to label your spouse like that, and you guys are going to fight over that.
Yep.
Because it's part of your belief system. Okay? And you're going to have big argument because they're going to want to bring a helper to the house, and you ain't want to bring no helper to the house. They want to bring a helper back and forth. Big argument. You can't neglect this kind of stuff because they are emotional to you. They are emotional, and you have to think about it. And after a while, you are not going to be speaking anything logical because we are 2.5 times more likely to speak from our emotional brain than we do from our logical brain. When we see things that are already a part of our belief system out of order, we take offense and we're going to respond to it with serious passion and with description that the other party may not like at all. So don't fool yourself. Pay attention to this kind of stuff when you're entering into a relationship, because these things are already a part of who you are as an individual. They have formed you. So as much as we're talking about being in the home and doing things in the home, remember that when you're connecting with somebody, they may not carry your belief.
Exactly.
They may not carry your values. They may not be the same as you are. And often, very often, they are the total opposite. And that is what makes them attractive in the first place. But that is the thing that you're going to be arguing and fighting about. And that is the thing that can break that relationship, mash up a good marriage. Because when we are in pain, we see nothing else but the pain that is before us. If your teeth is hurting you, you don't care about nothing else, only that tooth. Only that tooth. Nothing else matters. Only that tooth. Pain narrows our vision.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Over to you, madam.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for being
Wait, the hour gone already?
It's 1:08. Oh.
What else you have to talk about? No, just listen out now.
No, the same attraction, but next week next week, guys. There's some stuff here, you know. Well, I think some of them came out actually.
Some of them came out.
Yeah, you know, with negative energy, negative vibe, feeling disconnected, and criticism. Some of them came out today.
Okay.
You know, some of the things that can hinder, attraction. So we can.
We'll talk about that next week.
We can go on.
Okay, my people, listen. New Testament Baptist Church. 70 years on Country St. Martin. 70 years on Country St. Martin. We are celebrating it in fine style.
Yep.
On the 14th of June, which is a Sunday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., we are going to be circling the city.
Yeah.
A big truck with big music, live entertainment from the New Testament Baptist Church worship team. We want you to have your praise shoe because we're going to pound the pavement with praise. I was in Orlando and I bought a brand new shoe. I said, this pavement, we are going to pound it with praise. So we want you to come and join us for our 70th celebration. T-shirts are available. Extra large is $15 and every other size, not extra large, sorry. Extra small is $15 and every other size is $20. So make sure that you get your T-shirt. Contact us 586-6995. You can WhatsApp us. 721 is the area code. And let us celebrate New Testament Baptist Church in fine style. Pastor Peter from Alabama, he's going to be with us. And the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday that follow thereafter, we're going to have powerful nights of ministry with Pastor Peter. So make sure that you get your T-shirt. And let us come and pound the pavement of Phillipsburg with praise. All right? My wife, give your final remarks for today, or your closing remarks for today.
Alrighty. Again, thank you so much for being here with us today. What can I say? Go out and help your spouse.
She's sticking that one there.
Yeah.
Listen, well,
because sometimes it's, I think I'm giving this caution because you have conversations with different persons and you hear people talk, and sometimes people love their spouse, they want their marriage, but there are just some things that becomes irritating, and we are here to see marriages heal and whole. That's what we are about. That's what we are about. So whatever we can do and say to help to see that happens, then so if like my husband mentioned earlier, listen to the things that your spouse is saying, because they are not just talking because they want to complain. They are not just talking because they have a mouth and they want to pull you down. They are saying things, they are telling you basically, is how I see it, how they want to be loved. How they want to be loved. And sometimes we just have to open our ears, not our mouths, open our ears and listen to what they are saying to us. All right? And then we are better able to love and we have a good, nice, clean, healthy marriage.
Amen. Right? Amen. So my people,
wait, no,
I don't talk yet now. I know
you ain't done talking.
I rush the brush time, man. You have to take a look at thing. You're going to prematurely close the program.
No, I'm not closing the program. I'll give my husband a smack on his ass.
And then that will cause emotions that will prematurely close the program. Right. Anyhow, my people, we appreciate you. We value you. We thank you so much for being there with us. And we thank you for your patience. Again, we apologize for last week. Circumstances beyond our control, but we are going to be with you here as much as we can by the grace of God. So next week Tuesday we're going to come back. We're going to have a special program for you. We have some friends that we meet in when we went for the diplomatic convention. We have some friends that we meet there. We're going to try to get them to come and be a part of the program. So we have some things coming up for you, all right? So until next week, God's willing, thank you so much. Remember that you're only going to get the marriage that you work for. So work for the one that you want. Until then, God bless you nicely, and we'll see you next Tuesday, same time.